Old fast bikers. Old people should just stay off sports bikes. That's a fact. Hello, welcome to RevelatorAlf. I hope you're all well. If you like what I do here, don't forget to like and share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notifications bell, and check out the website RevelatorAlf.com for all the latest biking news. So, older people, probably like me, should stay off sports bikes. We shouldn't go on them. They're just too fast for us. They're too sporty. It doesn't go with our image. It doesn't go with the kind of riding that we should be doing. We should be on touring motorcycles. We should be on leisurely cruisers. We should be enjoying the finer things in life, not hooning it down the road like some young hooligan. But how many older people do you see on sports bikes? Well, I've got to say, I see quite a few, whether my age or even older. Yeah, and they ride them very well. Shock horror. So why am I taking up this stance that older people, older gentlemen or older ladies, shouldn't be on fast sports bikes? I'm kind of talking in a general sense, because subjectively, individually, we all know, and I could already imagine anybody watching this video is just ready to type away and say, hold on, I'm 65 and I ride a sports bike and I love it and there's nothing wrong with me riding it. Okay, that's fine. We're talking about an individual there. But I'm just talking generally. As we know, as you get older, well, things start happening to your body in general terms. And the way you offset that is by regular exercise. Yeah, just getting good exercise, keeping yourself in trim. Diet and exercise, keeping yourself in shape is always going to be a good thing. But you can't really fight age that much. You can fight it to a certain degree, but not that much. Age is objective. You can't get away from age. However, an individual's reaction to age or an individual's ability to cope with aging, well, that's subjective, isn't it? That's down to the individual. Overwhelmingly, as you get older, you tend to move away from riding sports bikes. In the case of motorcycling, you tend to move away from that fast riding into a slower form of riding, a more casual form of riding, a more cruiser touring kind of riding. Maybe you move back to the classics, the modern classics. But really, the older you get, you tend to slow down. You tend to ride a lot slower. So when you see older people on sports bikes, what kind of speeds are they doing? Well, they may, on an individual level, some of them, yeah, they might be riding really fast, but most might just be riding that sports bike at normal road speeds. Now, they just may like or prefer that style of motorcycle. They've been a sports bike rider their whole life and they don't see any reason to change. And that's absolutely on point. But there is a flip side to this. The flip side is that as we get older, naturally, reactions start to slow down. Our body does deteriorate. The riding positions and the riding styles we once found comfortable are not so comfortable anymore. The speeds at which we used to ride before comfortably, we don't really feel that comfortable anymore. Our ability to be able to recognize patterns and recognize hazards or recognize anything to a certain degree diminishes with age. These are all objective things. On an individual level, yes, you still might be able to be great. You still might be able to ride your motorcycle like a finely tuned athlete. But for the most part, unfortunately, it's a diminishing rate of return. So what happens when you get older people on sports bikes? They either just ride those sports bikes relatively normally. Occasionally they ride them at higher speeds. But what can happen is that they get to a situation, they either have an accident because they just can't ride at those speeds anymore, or they suddenly realize, it dawns on them, actually riding this motorcycle, this type of motorcycle at my age isn't quite what I want anymore. And that's why it does tend to peter off. The older you get, the less instances there are of older people riding sports bikes. I say it's a combination of things. It's a combination of natural realization, of self-acceptance that this sports bike isn't for me. Or it could be that this sports bike is for me, but I'm just not going to ride it as if I was 22 years old. I'm going to ride it at normal speeds and just enjoy it for what it is, the machinery, the design that it is, and not necessarily for the performance that it can give. Now, for some people, again, it will be, but for most people, it won't. So let me know your thoughts. Should older people move away from sports bikes, get off them, and just get onto the cruisers, get onto Harley Davidsons, the Indians, the older Triumphs, get onto the touring motorcycles, do that kind of thing. Just stay away from speed. Speed is not for you. You're too old for that. Or do you say, to hell with that, I'll ride whatever I want to ride at whatever speed I want to ride, as long as it's legal, and age is merely a number. It's down to me what bike I ride and at what speed I ride it. Let us know your thoughts either way. If you like what I do here, don't forget to like and share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notifications bell, and check out the website RevelatorAlf.com for all the latest biking news. And I'll catch you again on another video coming very soon. But right now, I need to go and limber up, go and get some exercise before I take out my next sports bike. Catch you again. Bye now.